What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel where we show you how to grow your brand with search traffic. Now, today we will be running through an audit for one of a potential client, and I took a look at the page. So already there's some problem that I'm seeing over here, and I figured, this is a good way for me to show you what to do with your website and what not to do with your website. So okay, so basically for every audit that we do, we open up our own template where we crawl the whole page. Basically, we crawl the whole page and we put them in using Screaming Frog. And Screaming Frog is a free tool that you can use up to 500 pages, 500 URLs, and it's entirely free of charge. So I highly recommend if you are into SEO, please get that tool. It's free of charge. If you want to crawl more pages, more than 500 pages, then get the paid version. And again, I'm not an affiliate for this. Just highly recommend you to get it if you are doing SEO. So now when I look at this website, right, there's already a few things that I see. So this is the website, okay? And this is the competitor's website. Okay, so this is what they have provided me with. Now I'm gonna put this to one side. And okay, I'm gonna close this email. Okay, so now right off the bat, there's a few different kind of websites. Okay, the first kind of website, basically a website either does something or does, how should I put it? Your website can either be a business card or a salesperson. It can either be a business card or a salesperson. Also, what do I mean? If you see your website, if your website is not capturing any leads, right? If your website is built in a way that is not being able to capture any leads, it is more sort of like a name card where people come in and then they take a look at your site. They know that you're credible, that you are legit because you have a website, right? But your website is only a business card because, you know, think about this, whenever you give a business card to somebody else, they might get you might get a lead, you might not get a lead, but most people give business cards because they want to be more credible, right? And for any basic information is available on the business card, but the business card doesn't convert, right? The business card is not meant to convert people, to convert them into a sale, to convert them into, that's not their whole purpose. Of course, you know, once in a while, business card converts, stuff like that, but it's not meant to be a converting machine. So your website can either be a business card like this, for example, okay? Or it can be a salesperson, and generally your website can only falls into this category in my own opinion. So if you take a look at this website, why is it a business card website, right? Because it doesn't have a few things. First of all, it doesn't have a call to action on the first fold. So if you see over here, right, this is the first fold, and you always want to have some sort of call to action, right? What do you want the visitors to do? Okay, assuming if you have, assuming if you have traffic in the first place. Okay, and when we scroll down, so attention go getter. So this is more like a sales page, right? Which is good. Okay, and then learn more. And when I click on learn more, it brings me to this page over here. Join us today. So if I click on join us today, and then the form is here. Now, from the looks of it, it seems like this is some sort of recruitment where they are trying to recruit, where the website aim, or at least what I think they want to do is they want to recruit people coming in. Now there's a few there's a few problems with this. Number one, if you're just driving traffic, landing pages works better with paid traffic. And the reason why is because when you want to do SEO, right? Okay, let me see whether can I draw this out. Okay, if you want to do SEO, okay, so for example, if this is your web page, okay, and you only have one page, right? Throughout your whole site, you only have one page. That means if you want to drive organic, okay, so there's two types of traffic: organic, where you're not paying for this. This is coming from Google, from Bing, from, I don't know whether Yahoo is a thing right now, but Yeah. So regardless, it means to say this traffic you're not paying for it versus paid. Okay, paid will be like your Facebook advertising, Instagram, okay, now TikTok, okay, whatever it is. So these type of pages is more like a landing page, okay, because if you want to target organic traffic, you have to be targeting a lot of keywords. That means keywords, okay? That means whenever somebody types in recruitment, right? Or whether somebody types in, something related to financial services, right? That's where you want to capture. But guess what? With one page, it's very difficult for you to squeeze all of the keywords inside this page. It's just not possible, right? So for SEO to really work, for this page to really gain organic traffic, can it gain organic traffic? Yes, it can. But it's going to be very minimal. And if this page or the business owner wants to go towards SEO, gaining organic traffic, right? Then they're going to have to build out different pages, like for example, their about page, their, mentorship pages instead of a one page, right? So this is considered like a landing page. Whereas if you're paying for Instagram or Facebook ads, okay, generally this works better because whatever messaging you are advertising on these paid platforms, you are already getting the clicks, okay, because you're paying for them. So all you have to do is send them over here for them to either sign up or get more information. Okay, so that is how your page, if you have, well, it depends on which route do you want to go, but remember, do not have a website that is basically doing nothing. Okay, you need to be sending traffic there, number one. If not, this is just going to be a business card. It's as good as a business card, right? So I will still go through the whole audit. I will still use Screaming Frog and Crawl, even though I know that it's not going to be good. But what do I mean by not going to be good is there's not going to be a lot of pages here. And yeah, but I promised them an audit, so I'm just going to do it anyway. So what I like to do for every website, right? I like to have a notes where on a first glance, I will put in everything that I notice and what I feel, what I like about the page, what I don't like about the page, what I think can be improved and stuff like that. And this is just from a marketing point of view. Ultimately, whatever they want to do with their site, it's up to them. Okay, so first of all, what I like, it's the copy. Good contrast in copy color. Okay, and when do I say that? It's very, I like minimalist colors. So it's white and this color and red, right? So very clear cut. But what I do not like, it's too much messaging, right? There's too much messaging going on here. Within the first fold, there is too many information going here. Okay, too many. So what I like to do is recommendations. Okay, too many copy within first fold. Okay, good contrast in copy color. Okay, and now when I scroll down, attention goal getter, do you have what it takes to join the goal getter team? Yeah, so this is like recruitment in your 20 to 30s. If you answer any yes, find out why mandate is the right place for you. Okay, and then when I click on learn more, it brings me down to mandate mentorship. This is what you can expect. Okay, the thing is the design wise, right? I kind of like it, like it's very digitalized. So I like the overall brand. It's just the whole chunk of information is together. So good. Overall branding, but it's just like it's too all over the place. Can this really transform my life? FAQ, probably do without this, okay? But again, that's up to their design. My doubts are cleared. Now, this is totally redundant. This is totally redundant, right? This should be something like sign up now, or, you know, something like that, because no, like this is I would change their call to action, because that's just weird. Okay, but again, I don't want to dive in too deep with their web design and stuff like that, because I know they probably did this website by themselves, so I'm not gonna go too tough on them. So one thing I like to look at is I like to look if this is mobile optimized. So when I click inspect, and how you check is actually you go to this and then you just, you know, select the mobile device that you want. Seems like it's mobile optimized, so which is good. They have their first fold here, okay, but on desktop you want it to be like a whole first fold. The whole first fold should only have one clear-cut call to action. Okay, so it seems like it is very much optimized, which is good. Okay, a bit weird for their iPad version. Yeah, so seems good. So at least it's mobile optimized. And I can almost guarantee you this site is not getting any organic traffic. For sure. So now what I let, oops, did I just... And I took a look at their robots.txt earlier on, and because they're using Wix, so it's just a bunch of funny disallow here, so I'm not even gonna touch that because I don't want to dive into I don't want to talk too technical when I have a chat with them, and the reason why is because I do not want to confuse them. So I just want to give them sort of like the basic things to do, like first of all, Google Analytics. This is a must. Whatever you do with your site, you need to have data. Analytics, Google Search Console. This is a must, right? And most of the time they don't have it. And how you check, right? Just view page source, and then just type in analytics. Okay, promote analytics. Okay, so it seems this doesn't seem like it is. So they have Google Tag Manager. Double click, connect Facebook. Okay, I'm not sure, but this I will just have to check with them because it seems like they're using Google Tag Manager, which actually I can check. So this is called Google Tag Assistant. So every single time when you want to check whether a website has Google Tag Manager installed, just get that Chrome plugin. And then when you refresh the page, it will show you no tags found. So there's no Google Tag Manager, which probably means there's no analytics too. So that's a concern. They have Facebook pixel setup, which is awesome, which means they're trying to target some sort of, yeah, they're trying to target some sort of a remarketing. Why do I keep closing this? Yeah, so Facebook pixel setup. So they're trying to retarget them using probably Facebook marketing. And then they have a less chat button. So they need to identify traffic strategy. Okay, because right now this is gonna be useless if they don't have traffic. So think of offline, online, paid, online or offline, right? They need to send traffic over here, because if not, this is just gonna be a site that is just a waste of, I don't want to say a waste of money, but what's the use of a site when you build a site and it literally does nothing but sit there? Okay, so yeah, this is nothing much for me to. Okay, let me just take a look at their page title. So their page title is messed up. There's no H1 tag. But again, I don't want to go through this with them, and the reason why is because, okay, the stuff that I usually talk about will always differ based on the knowledge the person I'm speaking to because if a person doesn't know, if the business owner I speak to doesn't know anything about SEO, right? Doesn't know anything, doesn't know the least about, page titles and stuff like that, right? And their knowledge about, websites and online is very minimal. I do not want to confuse them. So I'm just going to talk about the basic, technical stuff, not technical stuff, but like the UX. And yeah, let's okay, I'm just gonna do the same, plug into Screaming Frog. And if you don't know how to use Screaming Frog very easily, download it, get it set up, paste the URL in, start. And what Screaming Frog does is it goes out and it crawls all the pages. And as you can see over here, they only have 3 pages, right? So one of them is getting redirected, which is okay, good to go. Now what I want to do is I want to make sure that I export, even though the details are very minimal, I still do not want to skip any steps for them. Because when I promise the audit, I promise the audit, right? So I'm just gonna delete this. Delete, new, and paste. Okay, and so this is the template that we use for our agency, for our agency to go through the audit for every single website that we do. Very much inspired by Ryan Stewart. So if you guys don't know about him, go check his videos out. It's super helpful in SEO, whether you're new or whether you're old. So what I want to do is copy and paste. Okay, and then page tab. Although this doesn't really make much sense to them because they literally have only 3 pages, but I still want to give a all-round audit for them. So what I'm doing is I am taking all the factors that I think is important, and I only want so what Screaming Frog does is it gives you a lot of these data, right? But not necessarily all data is useful, because not all websites need a very, very thorough audit. Okay, so especially for websites like this, right? It has only 3 pages. The last thing you want to go and do is you want to take a look at, what's the pixels, right? Or what is the rel equal text, or what is the text ratio, and things like that. That's just redundant, because even if you do all this, it's not going to make any big changes in terms of traffic for the website. So you always want to prioritize of all the data, which one do you think will make the most impact, which one do you think is the most important. And then once you shortlist the data that you want to work with, you then want to shortlist again and see of these data that you shortlisted, which one should you prioritize more. And that's how at least how I do SEO. So page titles here, title length, and then meta description, just weird. Okay, and then meta description length. Oops. And then we have the H1. So H1 length. So they're missing header text. Okay, and word count. Word count. And canonical. So you must be wondering, why am I doing this for a 3-page website, right? And the reason why is because when I offer a audit, when I do an audit, right, even though it's a 2-3-page website, or I just recently did a 3,000 page website, and I don't want I don't want it to be because it's a 3-page website, I'm gonna skip all the steps, because I think by putting this out, by going through this process, I think you guys can learn something from it. So that's the reason why I'm doing it, because anybody would think that it doesn't make sense, right? So in links, the number of links that's getting internally, and then number of outlinks, how many outbound links. And yeah, so whoop. And yeah, if we have the analytics, we'll hook it up, and then we'll hook it up with Ahrefs to see the keyword performance. But I can almost guarantee you this page is not getting any traffic at all, 0. And yeah, so what I would do is this one is gonna leave as is. So for example, this is a very dumbed down version. But if your page shows a 301, what you want to double confirm is just go and check whether is it redirecting. So in this case, it's redirecting. Okay. The HTTP is redirecting to the HTTPS, which is awesome. So just leave it as it is. This page should be a no index because it has no reason to be on Google. And then this is basically update on page. Okay, update on page means to say we'll need to take a look more in terms of like what keywords do they want to go for and stuff like that. Okay, now next, what we want to do is we want to go to Ahrefs, okay, and give them a sort of look at the competitors and give them a overview of how their website is doing. And I'm pretty sure it's nothing. It's going to show nothing, right? And the funny thing is, when website owners or when business owners doesn't know about competitors, right? Like for example, if I were to ask you, give me 1 or 2 of your competitors, most people that don't know will think of the direct competitors that is that they know, right? But they need to understand that in order for you to make it online, or in order for you to grow your brand online, you want to model after websites or after brands that is doing well online. So your direct immediate competitor is not necessarily doing well. Okay, so this is the competitor, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug this. Okay, and I'm going to plug this in. And you will see that, look, they are not getting any traffic. They are not getting any domains, nothing. So this is not a good competitor that should be modeling after, right? And I think this is a landing page. So let me try to see if this is their website. Okay, so it seems that this is their website. So let me just plug that in again and see whether does this website get any traffic. So this website is getting a bit of traffic. Okay, a very, very minor bit. Okay, around 46. So let's just take a look at what keywords they're ranking for. Odyssey. Okay, for brand. So it's a lot about brand, right? AI, Tampines, dress. Okay, so financial advisor. Yeah, so this is very, very brand centric. Yeah, so this is probably going to be the person within the niche. Yeah, so this is very brand. So again, what we want to do is we want to just take this. Okay, and we want to do a screenshot. And then we want to just include this in as a backlink profile. Okay, so this is kind of their competitor. And then we want to take a screenshot of their page. And just to show them, even though it's nothing, but we need to show them that it's nothing. Okay, so this is their backlink profile. And again, you always remember, guys, if you want to model after a company that is doing well online, always model after successful competitors that is doing well online. Don't model after people that is doing well offline, but they might not necessarily be the same brand online, right? Because this, for all I know, this could be a really big brand offline, right? In the, in word of mouth and things like that. But when it comes to online, this is not getting any sort of traffic at all, unless it's using paid advertisements. But again, this doesn't have any online presence. So if you want to model after somebody, go after somebody that it's already doing well online and you want to model after that. So that's that. And then I think what this, so I want to look at it as, again, this is what I'll give them is probably like the fundamentals of things, like conversions, tracking. They need to track conversions. And what else? Because literally SEO, there's nothing for me to work with. And again, guys, if your website is like that, okay, if you have a one-page website, you either want to make sure that you have a keyword that they are targeting. Okay, you want to, okay, let me close this first. Let me draw again. Okay, so if you have a website, okay, so say for example, this is your website, right? You need to decide. So if you already decided that this is a one-page website, okay, one page. Okay. Now you need to decide whether do you want your website to be a business card or a sales person. Okay, because it can only do it can if you're not doing anything to it, it's gonna be a business card. But if you're funneling traffic in, then it's gonna be a salesperson. Okay, so then after you've decided, and it's perfectly fine for you to have a website that just want to show your brand, right? And you don't want traffic. You just need somebody to land on your site whenever they search your brand, right? That's fine as well. But if you want your website to be a salesperson, that means to say you want them to capture leads, you want them to I don't know, get more Facebook likes, anything like that. You need to decide where's the traffic going to come from. Okay, because if you do not decide, then you will find that on a monthly basis, you're going to just have one or two person coming to your site, and that's probably you and your team, right? Or you or just you alone. Okay, so you need to decide which traffic do you want. Do you want to get paid, like Facebook advertisement, Google AdWords, okay, or do you want organic? Organic means SEO. Okay, so you have to decide. If not, there will be no traffic and your website is just gonna literally do nothing. Okay, once you have decided which path do you want to go, okay, then you want to think about your budget and stuff like that. But basically, this is what I will be going through with the person in charge of this. And I think it's a good example that you guys are seeing this, because a lot of websites, I mean, the first websites that I built personally, also the same thing. And I've learned over the times that I've been doing this and building websites, this is going to work better if it's going to be a paid funnel where they just drive traffic over here via paid. Or it can be a class, it can be a physical class they hold, and then once they finish the class, whoever wants to sign up, come to this page and sign up, but they need to have traffic. And one of the most important thing is they need to know whether do they have traffic by having Google Analytics, Search Console, traffic strategy, conversions tracking, get it all dumbed down. And let's see what else can I take a look. What else can I? So this is good, right? This is good because it has testimonials. Take the first step. This is probably not going to send me to a conversion. Yeah, it's not going to track conversions. Just because I know they don't have Google Tag Manager. For you to track a conversion, you need to have Google Tag Manager, where every single time when somebody clicks, you know how many times this button has been clicked. But even my preferred way of tracking is always redirecting them to a thank you page. But will I be able to get more enough leads? Will I be able to apply what I learned? Can this really transform my life? How much can I earn? Okay. Yeah, there is. So one thing is I want to kind of ask them, What's their whole objective? Although I kind of know, but I want to know, like when they create a website, what do they have in mind and stuff like that. So it becomes more relevant. Tell me more. Yeah, their copy is decent too. That's the thing. Mandate mentorship. Yeah. So, okay, one last thing I want to check. Yeah, page speed. So, page speed is a very, very big ranking factor. One of the most obvious ranking factors. So, you just want to make sure that your page it's loading fast. Ideally below 2 seconds. Ideally, anything below 6 to 8 is average. So if you want to check whether your website is loading fast or not, just go to G2 Matrix. If not, then there's another tool called Google Page Speed Insights. Okay. Similarly, plug this in here. And there's another one which is called Web Page Speed Test. Forget what is it, but it's Web Page Test. Yeah. So just enter your URL, your location, and then just click Start Test. I'm just going to run one. And 14.5 seconds. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the results. Page speed. And this is not good. Now, sometimes what you want to do is you don't want to be shocked every single time when you run something like that. Because, let me show you, okay? Sometimes this is just a one-off result, right? Maybe because your internet connection has a problem or anything like that. But you want to rerun it again and you want to cross-run it. So in this case, nope, I do not want to run the GT matrix. I want to run the website. Stop. Okay. So you want to get a rough idea because tools usually they are 100%. They are 100% not 100% accurate. Okay, they are not 100% accurate. So just make sure that whenever you use a tool, any sort of tool, right? Any sort of tool, you want to get a rough idea, the aggregate. So see, for example, Google Page Speed Insights is telling me that the speed index is 2.1 seconds, but when it comes to mobile, it's 10.3 seconds. So it's loading much slower on mobile. And look, it's still 18.8 seconds. So that means to say the load time is really slow. It's close to 19 seconds. So that is not good. Okay, so we'll need to let them know. Now, how do they fix it? That is up to them, because when it comes to, unless they are outsourcing, unless they have a full plan, like a full marketing budget of, $1,000 to $2,000 ready to roll out and get a lot to build their brand online, right? Then we will go into all the details, because if I tell them right now how they can optimize their page speed, it's going to be a waste of time, because in their mind, they do not understand like the importance of, at least right now, the importance of getting traffic first. Because like I mentioned earlier, with every different client that we speak to, we want to be relevant to them. We do not want to just, okay, so I'm going to tell you how to optimize your page speed. All you got to do is go and defer your parsing of JavaScript. And how you do that is, in their mind is like, bro, what the hell, right? So this is kind of our approach. Firstly, to save time for both us and the client. And secondly, to not make them confused. Okay, we want to make everything easy and digestible to them and to you as well. So yeah. But what I would do is, if you see your page load time like this, right? So you want to run the test again and run it on multiple platforms. And if you see that your speed index, for example, is taking like 10 seconds, the average, okay, let me show you. Recommended page load time. Okay, recommended is 2 seconds, right? Anything under 2 seconds is super fast, but generally it should be between 2 seconds, and takes the page to fully load is 10 seconds. Okay, so what you want to do is make sure that you are within this average, right? I like to, whenever I see a page that is 6 to 8 seconds, if I can optimize it without compromising the rest of the stuff, meaning to say, if I optimize the page and I need to change, like, for example, the whole theme of the site, right? Then I might not want to do that, because by doing one thing, it's going to affect the rest of the other stuff. So unless that is a big major ranking factor, say, for example, if the page is taking like 20 seconds to load, then I will want to do that. So it's about cost, and I don't know what's the graph called, but it's, cost and benefit, I think. Yeah. So that is kind of how we look at the site. And yeah, basically that's what I think I can do for them. And just by these few things alone, just by giving them a strategy, is going to save them a lot of time, because if not, their website is just going to be a business card, man. It's just going to be stuck here, where, after 1 year, they're going to remove it because it doesn't work. And yeah, so that's that. I'll paste this in here. And yeah, so if you like to see videos like this, if you feel that you've learned something, feel free to share with your friends, and like, and subscribe. And for more videos like this, if you want to see me run more audits, if you want to see more SEO based tutorials, videos, tips, tricks, whatever I do, let me know in the comment section down below. And till next time, see you.